Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome to the channel. All right, first card that we have out is Four of Swords. There can be something that you're taking a break from. You're moving through something currently. I'm seeing that you taking a break is actually going to help you. It seems like on an emotional level of some sort, because I'm seeing the Queen of Cups over here. So this resting or this like break that you're doing, something emotionally for you. You can also be like pulling back from something that feels like it's testing of you emotionally or like taxing. Because like what would Queen of Cups need a break from? It's like you could be like a caretaker, you could be like a nurturer within a situation. There can be something going on where you feel like you're very emotionally involved and it can be taxing at times, so you could be like pulling back from that. Whatever it is, there's like a sense of like needing to recover emotionally from something or just like recharge so you can go back into whatever this is that you're doing. Some of you are taking a trip, some of you you're traveling. Or there could be somewhere that you're going or just like something that you're doing that may be like breaking up from your normal routine. Some of you, I'm seeing you exercising. Or doing some type of movement. I'm just going to clarify something. This feels like, actually, I don't need to. I'm getting the download already. What I'm seeing going on is that whatever this is that you're currently like connected with, where like we have energy come from like different areas within us, right? We have like our like brain, intellectual energy, the air energy. We have our earth energy, which can be like physically what we're doing or like what we're participating in. Then we have the wands, which is sort of like what's like moving us. It's like that internal spiritual mechanism. And then with water, sort of like what we're emotionally involved within. Okay, what I'm getting is that there is a situation that it looks like you're pulling back from or taking a break from, or being like, okay, I need this time to myself in order to like regenerate emotionally. And I'm seeing within this time there's a focus on you doing things where, for some of you, let's use an example, it's like you're connecting back with your spirituality. It can be. So whatever it is that you believe in or what's important to you, because this is like the way that I'm seeing the Hierophant come out, it feels like the things that are connected with your like emotional relationship, like with the universe and like how you connect, I'm seeing that's what's being prioritized. So it can be like your religion or your spirituality that you're taking this time to get reacquainted with or like reconnected with. And you can be like even wanting to like make some sort of routine with this. It's just like stuff that feels important for you, that's connected with your beliefs and whatnot, and like where you believe you're meant to be committed and what you believe you're meant to be committed to, like that sort of thing. Fostering that relationship, prioritizing that relationship, because you could have felt like whatever it is that's been going on for you, because of you needing to be present to that. And it could have even been something like, for some of you, it's not even something that's like so gripping emotionally. Maybe that's not like the first feeling that you get about it, but it could be something that it's taking up a different type of your energy, and now you want to shift into this more like spiritual energy that you have. Because Queen of Cups is like, it's not only connected with the emotions, it's connected with your senses, because it's water, so it's like the feeling function in general. So it's like your spirituality, what you pick up on, your intuition, your relationship with spirit, and like your guides or whatever it is that you believe in, like that type of thing. So I'm seeing there be this like reconnecting with that, and there can be, to have the Hierophant here, it can be like you reading like some type of spiritual text or something like that, and that relationship being prioritized because it's like a commitment that's connected with your belief system, and you are feeling like in touch when you're connected with that. You know, like for those of you that like doing things with crystals, it's important to you, you could be doing something like that. Or for those of you that like meditating is important to you, it's like you're taking this time to meditate so you can feel like connected again, or do whatever it is that is the point of you doing that, you know, like this sort of thing. It's like practices types of things is what this is feeling like. So it can be like journaling, or it can be, I'm hearing the word liturgy, like maybe you're reading, like that type of thing, or like listening to stuff, you know, but it's there's some type of like belief system context that is connected with it. Like whether you want to call it like religious or spiritual or not, it's like that sort of thing that this is connected with, I'm seeing. And there can also be a guide too, like say that you are connected with some type of community as well, like having the Hierophant here, you could be connecting with somebody that's like a big part of that community, and that's like also maybe a way that you anchor back into the community, something like that too. That can be part of it as well. It's like something that feels important for you to hold on to, and so you want to like nourish and nurture that relationship. So that's what I'm seeing this little period right now be about for you. I don't know how long it's gonna last or whatever. It's just gonna depend on each of you and like what it is that you need, but it's at least a little like marked moment where you're spending time doing this. And this may be something that you start integrating into more of a daily routine type of thing, or just something where you're like, I need to nourish this part of myself and this part of my life. And I'm seeing you feel very, very happy when you're doing this. Like this may be something that like energizes you to live your life, and that's why this is so important. Because when you feel like a little bit lost, or you feel like you're off track, this is something that you connect with, and you're like, okay, I feel like I'm back on track again, like that. That's what I'm seeing. And maybe lately you hadn't been feeling like that. Like some of you hadn't been feeling super happy lately, or like some of you had been feeling a bit melancholy lately. Some of you had been feeling disconnected. Some of you had just been feeling very like medium or like blah. And you're like, why am I feeling like this? And it's because of needing to reconnect back with, it's like how you need to recharge a phone, but it's with you and your connection with yourself, like this side of yourself. So you're like plugging back in is what I'm seeing. But I feel like there's some type of structure to have the Hierophant here. So whether it's organized or not, there's some type of structure or like routine that is connected with this. And I'm seeing you feel happiest when you're making sure that this is on your plate among the other things that you have going on within your life. Feeling reborn even. Having the sun and having Pluto next to each other, this is a big thing. There can be like a shedding that's happening. This can feel like, I don't know, a bit of like an ego death or something that you're moving through right now. You feel like a new aspect of you is emerging, or like you're evolving in some way and emerging is what I'm seeing. Some of you may be like leaning towards, this may be a specific message, you could be leaning towards like a teaching position or like being a guide or something like that. This can also be like educationally connected as well. Like you could be doing something having to do with like education. You feel like this is very important because you spending this time prioritizing this, it revitalizes you, and I'm seeing it be like through you taking a break from what you were doing before and shifting into this mode, the sun comes out. So the sun is going to nourish and nurture the things that's around it and warm it because it's connected with the heart space and what feels important to us. And you see how this person is like coming out of here. It feels like because of you feeling reconnected with that, which is like your energy and your vitality, that it's allowing you to like continue your evolution. And that's why this is feeling important, because you could have felt stuck or stagnant before, and that could have been what motivated you to do this again. You were like, I feel like on an internal, like personal level, I'm like not really moving. I've been kind of stuck and trying to figure out what that is, and it's because of needing to reconnect with this. So I'm seeing you be like very intuitively connected to like, I need spiritual nurturing, or again, like whatever it is that you're labeling this as. And so I'm seeing you take the time to actually do that. And then I'm seeing you be like, that was the right thing. It's like you knew what type of medicine it was that you needed. This feels like a breakdown of like why it's working the way that it's working for you, because this is important to you. And when we do the things that we love and that we care about, because sun is connected with the heart, when we do the things that we love and that we care about and that have meaning for us, it manifests inspiration within us. And so then we have the drive, and then we have the energy, and then it gets things moving around so we can like continue our evolution. So that's the brilliant thing about having Sun and Pluto next to each other. It brings light to the things that like we need to shed and what we need to change and all of that. And this feels very, very personal, what I'm seeing here. This feels like your personal relationship with like your beliefs and your connection with spirit and that type of thing. And I am seeing something get moving here, and you could have felt before that it like wasn't really moving. And now I'm seeing something be getting moving. Not easy though. Sun and Pluto together is not an easy energy, because Sun is connected with our ego and with our identity, and having Pluto here, it's saying like something needs to shed. So it's kind of like this layer that needs to be released. And having Strength card here too, it's like having the courage to sort of complete the process. See how this person is only like halfway out? It's like the Strength is here saying like you need to continue this so you come all the way out of here. So the transition is like all the way completed. Seeing it be like that. There's a whole lot of Leo energy here with the Sun and Strength. I'm also seeing Taurus and Pluto and Venus. There's a process that you're completing. There's a process that you're finishing. That's what this is about, is what I'm seeing. So this thing that you're going through right now, you're like in the middle of a transition is what this looks like. And I'm not seeing it be easy, but I'm getting that the reason why this is important is because you doing this is going to give you the energy to finally complete something that needs to be closed out so you can let go of it now. Meaning this old skin that you are shedding, that you're only like halfway out of right now, this is about like having the strength to complete this. And strength meaning like the willpower, like the willingness for you to do this, so you can like pull yourself the rest of the way out so this transition can be completed. And that's what I'm seeing is happening here. But it's something that it hasn't been easy, but I'm seeing your guides be like, you need to be prioritizing this now. And that's why this like break is happening. Whether you chose to do this or not, like some of you, you're taking this time, you're like allotting this time like deliberately, but some of you could have been like, why is there a lull right now? And it's so you can finish this up, because they need you to, like, you're meant to be bumping into the next cycle, but you're only halfway, like metaphorically speaking. So that's why you have to like finish coming all the way out so you can like be on your way, like this person, you can't see their feet, and that's what's going to mobilize you. Again, like metaphorically speaking, And so I'm seeing that even though this is something where it's like, this is painful shedding is what I'm getting here, your guides are like, we need to kind of speed this up. Not speed it up in a way where you're moving too quickly, but I'm seeing them say this needs to be prioritized. And it may not have been prioritized because you were doing something else that didn't allow you to prioritize that. So now that you're in this space here, it's like, I feel like you're in a little bit of a vacuum here in order to get you to do this and to prioritize that. So that's what's happening, is what I'm seeing. So do you guys know what this is for you? You know, like what transition this is that you're completing? Let me see if there are any specifics. I don't need to tell you, you know what this is about. This is something that gives you clarity as you break through to the other side, and it seems like it's also going to connect you with like the next opportunity. Okay, let me just take a look. Taking this time, helping you revitalize, because rather than depleting your energy, you are replenishing your energy, which in turn means that you're then going to have energy to go through this difficult process that you are moving through, that you already started, that you're like halfway through. And it's allowing you to sort of like finish and go the rest of the way with this. It's very important. Something about like your beliefs I'm seeing be very important, and like whatever it is, I guess, that you hold on to. Let me also clarify that too. I'm getting clarification on the Hierophant to see what is going on here. Okay. So the Hierophant is being clarified by a situation that maybe you may be struggling with. This is something that can bring a lot of fear up for you. This is something that can bring anxiety up for you. This can be something that feels difficult to face, challenging, because it feels destabilizing in some way. Because it has to do with like your finances or your stability or like your home life, that type of thing. Because this is when we're in a place where we feel very safe and very secure, and something is being challenged here where you may not be feeling that, you may be worried about that. So that's what I'm seeing the Hierophant be connected to. So it's like you need to have like trust and faith in like your beliefs is what this seems like, that things are going to be working out and that you need to keep pushing through this and to not be held back by this. Because the Hierophant, that's connected with your faith, that's like transcends physical stuff, you know? But if you're putting too much of your belief in like material things rather than the Hierophant, which is like spirit or God or like the universe or whatever it is that you believe in, it's like the elements that are energetic and spiritual, that transcend just like the material stuff. It's about like putting your faith in that and sort of like reinvesting in that for yourself, because I'm getting that there can be something in 3D that you're worrying about, but you could be feeling like you're putting too much emphasis on that and not enough emphasis on like your faith and your trust. So this is about like re-strengthening that. So that's also what I'm seeing, and it's going to help you prioritize closing out something that needs to be finalized is what this seems like. But I'm seeing Temperance here too, so this means that it's going to be a process, like you coming to terms with this. And to just like be patient with yourself, because I'm seeing like a lot that you're learning about your shadow, and about how your shadow sometimes has you sabotage reciprocity, meaning how your shadow sometimes has you stay in situations that are no longer aligned with your values anymore. So that's why you like connecting with this stuff is important for you, because it reminds you there's a very active world that has a hand in this world that transcends the material stuff and how symbolic the material stuff is. So that's what I'm seeing. There's like a very spiritual element to what you're going through right now. And it feels like it's intertwined with your relationship to material things. And like what even represents like security and safety and stability to you. And like what you value ultimately. Like that sort of thing. So that's what I'm seeing. This is a learning process. I'm getting to that, like, you're connecting with your higher self, and your higher self is like giving you, your higher self is guiding you through this and being like, just like, trust me if you want to, follow me. I'm actually going to be showing you what you do find valuable, but sometimes you may think that certain things are valuable, and then you get to a point in your life where you have them and you're like, why am I not satisfied? Or why do I not feel safe? Or why do I actually not feel secure? And it's because of like getting these wires mixed up. So I'm seeing that's why you've been connecting with your higher self like recently. This is like one of the like trails or projects or whatever that you've been working on with your higher self, where it's trying to connect you with what's actually going to feel safe and secure for you, and actually connect you with like what you do genuinely value. So then once you get to the point of actually like having those things within your life, you're going to feel like you can relax, because I'm seeing that you may not have been feeling like so relaxed, but it's because it seems like there's a situation that you've been in that you are maybe learning is not aligned with your values. It can be like maybe it was never aligned, or maybe you're discovering that it's not aligned. Maybe it was before and it's not anymore. The point is that this thing needs to come to an end so you can keep moving with things. And so that's why I'm seeing them be like, it's time to focus on this so you can complete it, so we can like go into the next thing. So your guides are like, are you tired of this chapter yet already? Do you just want to like complete the transition so we can move to the next thing? Because I'm seeing like this has been like a bit of a drawn out process. And there may be a part of you that's like, I want to be done with it. So it's like, this is how you move through. So that's what I'm seeing this be about, okay? Just be patient as you're moving through it. Like, be patient with yourself and keep yourself grounded too. That's going to be important. I'm seeing all of these kings. So this can mean too that there's a lot of like different ways that you need to be showing up and like taking action on your part. So you have to sort of wear a few different hats, and they sort of all require you to like be on stage doing something. So that's what I'm seeing is happening here. Anything else? The advice that we're being left with is to keep checking in when you feel like things are speaking to you, or when you feel connected. Because when we move, there are like two different ways sort of that we can use a mechanism, and it's either to be like, ooh, I don't resonate with that, so it's going to push me like away from that, and so in the direction of something else. Or we feel like, what am I resonating with, and I'm going to follow that. I'm seeing that be sort of the method that's being encouraged for you. Because you may look at something and be like, I know that I may not like fully belong here, that this doesn't fully resonate with me, but you could be like having a hard time sort of pushing off or pushing away from that, and then be like, well, where am I going now? You know, it's just something about that system. I feel like you're not being urged to use that. What I'm seeing you be guided to do is pay attention to what is calling to you, and what you do feel like a pull to be exploring in the directions that you feel pulled in. So it's more like pay attention to what's bringing out like inspiration within you, or what do you feel connected with, and just like move towards those things. And it's going to be like a process of you doing this, but it's going to help continue connecting you and strengthening you with things within your life that you feel more connected with. So this feeling of sometimes feeling that like lack of connection and that sort of like gray feeling, this is going to help you move through that, because you're connecting with your intuition. And when it's saying, hey, I'm kind of interested in exploring that direction, you're like, okay, I'm listening to you. Like, let's check it out and see what it is. And you don't have to commit to it. It's just about like checking things out and like continuing to sort of explore in that way. Okay? All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.